Hey, if you enjoy what I'm doing, drop a like, sub, comment, bell, all the good YouTube stuff. And let's get into the video. I rewatched my Edmond Dantes video. I didn't realize how bad an audio issue there was. So, I guess I'm remaking this video along with throwing in gameplay, which I don't normally do. I originally got the gameplay thinking I was just gonna make a short-ish video talking about the buff. Now we're doing a full re-review because just not happy with the old one, which probably is gonna come up a lot. But gotta make videos, and I am getting better every time I make them. All about progress. Alright, so Edmond Dantes, he is significantly better with his buff. Went back, thought about like some of the stuff. When I last reviewed him, it was right before anniversary, like right before the QAB changes, right before Voyager got his buff. Now we have better comparison. So, base attack, high, very high. Like, this is normal for Avengers. I think actually it's low for Avengers, which like says a lot for like how high Avenger attack is, if I'm saying this might actually be low for them. HP, very low. Like, I was clowning on, not clowning, but like I said Gilgamesh had like really low HP for an SSR. Like, no, Dantes this is definitely 4-star numbers on an SSR. Definitely 4-star numbers. Star weight, star gen, these are Avenger numbers, so they're bad, very bad. MP charge 0.62. He made it out lucky that his base gains were this high. When you have multi-hit NPs that is like above 6 or 7, they usually gimp the MP gain significantly. Look at Caster, Gilgamesh, and the Summer Valkyries. Again, those are arts, exceptions. They're different refund types, but the philosophy is still the same. The higher number of your hits, either on your face cards or your MP, the lower your MP gain is. He makes it out pretty well. 4 hits on quick, 2 on arts, 3 on buster, 5 hit extra attack. He does, like, if you just take the top level, he does look modern. This does look like what a normal modern servant would come out with. And considering like he came out right before, I believe, Singularity 5, like, he definitely made it out all right. He definitely made it out all right. There are definitely some SSRs from a little before then that suffer from just bad design. First skill, ignores invincibility, 50% attack buff, debuff resistance for 3 turns. In a boss fight, you would pop this whenever you see the invul, not necessarily for the mana burst, or you would pop it on turn 1 if they like start with an invul. Like, think the Koyan fight in Lost Belt, in Olympus, specifically how she has like 3 turns of invul. You would probably pop this turn 1, break the bar, and then just coast with this debuff resistance so Koyan wouldn't just kill you. Like, this is a weird part to add on to it. I'm not gonna lie, like, sure, he can have this because he doesn't naturally have debuff resistance, like he's an Avenger, and he actually has like negative, well, he makes everyone else have negative debuff resistance, but yeah, good that he at least has this. Like, if his kit is invul, pierce, and a drain, like, he should at least have boss survivability, and he does. Okay, this is the buff skill. 30% battery, which is very important for quick loopers, as Lasagna realized. And then something cool for boss fights, an on attack buff that if you crit, you yeet the recent buffs. So, say you're fighting a Ku boss, yeah, all their all their stuff is gonna be going real quick. And also it goes from the most recent buff to the end. So you might be tearing buffs off for a little while, but it's all good. This lasts for 3 turns. Oh boy, this matters way more than you would think. Then third skill, Drain, Debuff Cleanse, Crit Stars. Again, this is boss fight. Only thing he doesn't have is hard survivability, which also unfortunately he's with Scotty, but quick meta, done in 3 turns or you're dead anyway. So if he wants to embody that, go ahead. Passive skills, we have MP Gen when taking damage, the Hedonism skill that Doman has, or just the normal Avenger passive. He has it at A, so he's getting a good value. And it helps that his base MP charge when he gets hit is 5. So multi-hit attacks from like the giant snakes things that also will yeet your buffs off on the first turn they're out. Yeah, he will get back so much of his MP as long as like, and if you can invul him that turn, even better, because then he won't be dead afterwards. Good, he has crit damage in his kit, at least here, because he does not have it anywhere else. He is relied on Scotty or Ruler Scotty. Oh, also, this is another thing that wasn't brought up because when I made the last video, Ruler Scotty wasn't out. He functions well with both OG Scotty and Ruler Scotty. For farming, you're going to use double Ruler, but in a boss fight, you'd probably use both of them. And he can get both the benefits. If you're going to use 3 Scotties in a boss fight with Dantes, you're probably going to want to do 2 regular Scotties and then a normal Scotty. Just because he can give himself attack. He's not super reliant on the Buster cards, although it probably would help. And his quick cards, no matter what, are going to be good. Maybe you can bring 2 Ruler Scotties and just a normal Scotty. Since he's going to get like 150% quick, and then 100% quick crit, and then you just 30% Buster, and the attack buffs, and then also 200% Buster. Yeah, it's just things you can mix and match, see what works best for you. But yeah, this is really important. Actually, I think his farming is now just so much easier. Before, you would have either needed to plug suit to do 3-turn farming, or you would have needed to have a MLBK scope. So either way, his damage was always going to be scuffed. Dantes is in a much better situation. Last passive, he gets 3% gain every turn. Another Avenger passive. Pen skills. You need to level mana loading. Otherwise, the buff does not help as much as it could. His farming is literally unlocked. In the video, that should have been up. Traces of Christmas. You can use that now with 2 Scotties. Didn't matter which ones they were. Or like it didn't matter if you had 2 OGs or 2 rulers. I used both. I even had a Castoria in there and plug suit just in case, and like literally the first wave against random enemies just to show that you can bring him to fight literally anyone because he's an Avenger. His refund was like well above he was well above like 50%. He was well above Scotty's threshold. Granted, that was an MP2 Dantes. The fact remains, he loops so much better now. I actually like now feel bad that I was comparing Voyager to him, because I've used Voyager a bunch. He is not looping as easily as Dante's loops now. Back when Dante's needed K-scope, oh yeah, Voyager had such a better floor, but Dante's always had a higher ceiling. Now the floor is like way higher with Dante's. I haven't seen Voyager's numbers with his new quick buff, so he should be hitting the 50%, but Dante's, he was hitting 60s and probably 70s depending on the Mystic Code. So to his buffed MP, by the way, something Voyager doesn't have, so Dante's damage is always going to be better straight up. 8 hits, which helps with his refund. Damage to all enemies. Evil curse, 5 turns. I wouldn't even worry about this. It's more the fact that you're applying evil curse than the curse itself. Helps if you're bringing him with other curse beams like Doman, because Dante's is chaotic evil. He would like the crit buff and the attack buff. Curse is literally baby damage, but this defense down though, 20% at base, very good. Bond CE, party quick performance while he's on the field. So, like I said before, I was trying to get him to get gameplay of of at least an MP2 Dante's with Black Rail, like MLB Black Rail, and just try to do triple Scotty, or at least simulate it, because I can't do triple. You can't do triple Scotty if you don't have the character. I don't have Dante's on any of my accounts, but Jord, one of Miss Mods, puts this out. I use this all the time. New plug suit, you can use Black Rail. Can loop every class. Refunds 80% on sabers. Plus 50% battery. So he says that Dante's might be able to loop against 2 enemies. That's really nuts. He's getting back like 27%. So yeah, Dante's can probably loop against 2 enemies and be fine with how much this helps. And this is with Black Rail, with how much MP gain he's getting. Traces of Christmas 2004, his damage is like half of his Black Rail damage, which I kind of think that's impressive, that Dante's has a Black Rail and another Scotty and is still only doing double what 2 Scotties and a trace and a 2004 and a traces. I think that speaks pretty well about his damage period. If it's consistently at like about half. Is Dante's a much better functioning servant now? Yes, he is so close to being like modern, someone I can recommend summoning for all the time. The thing is, he still has room to be better. I think it's just me, but I want him to have like a crit damage skill, like possibly buff this or something. Just do something. I don't think they're gonna buff this. It's invul. It's a 50% attack buff and debuff resistance. This is a lot, even for like a mana burst level skill. They had like, because like the attack is basically a mana burst. except it works for all cards, not just and the extra, not just a specific card or the MP. I don't think they're gonna buff this. They're gonna buff another skill. It will be this one. He's dropping stars. Give him crit damage, or yeah, because like I said with Gilgamesh video, don't build characters expecting people are gonna have the supports. Let them function on their own. He's just this bit away. He just needs his own crit damage or something. Hell, give him survivability. Give him hard survivability. Give him give him hit based invul on here, because this only targets one enemy. Give him hit based invul on this skill, and then I will say, yeah, you can summon for Dantes and he's gonna be good. Even if you don't have MP2, he still is going to function pretty well. And again, this is MP1 damage. This is not MP2. This is MP1 against class neutral. So you look at Voyager here. He can do Black Rail, but like Dantes is literally blowing him out of the fucking water. And this is like this is super restrictive as well. I do feel Voyager can do doesn't need a super scope. I might actually ask Jordan about that one day. Yeah, I don't know why he has Voyager with a super scope. Voyager has a 50% battery. Oh well. That might be something I test out myself or something. Alright, I will see. Oh, know what? I know why. Because that's an MP1 Voyager, not 2. Or 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Dantes off the rip right now is a better looper than Voyager. He functions better. He does way more damage. And like the same thing you would use with Voyager, you could use with Dantes, and you do more than double the wave 3 at least would be more than double the damage. Yeah, them not being next to each other is a problem. No, I might have the turn 3 damage is like significantly better with Dantes, but Voyager isn't. Black Rail Voyager isn't that far off Dantes. It's just turn 3. Voyager's missing that oomph. Voyager's just missing that oomph. But yeah, that's it for me. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.